Puget Sound is a place of color, contrast, and natural wonder. The wonder of the Puget Sound is also in her people, industrious, colorful, and compassionate. Together they form a rich tapestry. A beautiful portion of our people are immigrants from Korea and the Asian Pacific, as well as other minority groups. The better you know them, the more their beauty shines through. But even our beautiful Puget Sound can be a lonely place for some folks. Sometimes beautiful people get sick. Some are in need of home care or a hot meal. Some need a place that is safe from physical and mental abuse. Some need fellowship and a friend who understands their culture. KWA is a friend to beautiful people in need through education, advocacy, and support services for minority and immigrant communities in Puget Sound. When it seems that no one else understands, KWA is there. Life can be difficult at times. Poverty, hunger, disease, and abusive relationships can strike the best of us. With minority folks, cultural differences, language barriers, and isolation can compound these difficulties. The great majority of us in Puget Sound are descendants of immigrants. Whether arriving recently or centuries ago, we have family who have had to make the difficult journey of integration into a strange land. That difficult journey is here and now for thousands of Korean, Southeast Asian, Pacific Island, Russian, and other immigrant families in our communities.
The Korean Women's Association started 1972 as a social club. So we members get together once a month and just make a Korean food and cry over our difficulties in this country. In late 70s, there were a big number of Korean women who married the American servicemen, came to this area, and they were having very difficult time to get adjusted to this culture. They didn't simply know how to turn the washing machine on or a dishwasher on. So we offered a lot of us survival class, like how to speak English, how to drive a car, and just write simple resume writing. And of course, beginning, we didn't have a lot of resources. So we just started making some kimchis and rice cakes, and we were selling on the street.
Today, KWA is a nationally recognized non-profit organization serving the needs of people from many cultures and nationalities, with an emphasis in reaching the neediest, forgotten members of our community in Pierce County and across Western Washington. The KWA's 1,200 plus employees serve approximately 150,000 individuals of 35 different nationalities annually. Come along with us and discover some life-saving services the KWA provides.
KWA Home Care helps the elderly, disabled, and those recuperating from surgery or hospitalization maintain their independence and dignity. KWA has a reputation for excellence and compassionate care, with over 1,200 caregivers providing in-home care to frail and elderly people each year. The KWA Community Health and Education Program reaches out to underserved members of our community with the Breast Cancer Navigator and Chronic Disease Self-Management programs.
It was a really hard time when I found out I had cancer. There was no one I could share my feelings with. But I met Esther, and I was comfortable to share with her.
KWA Breast Cancer Navigators serve high-risk women in the community who may lack access to breast cancer screening and care. The KWA Navigators assist low-income Korean, Asian Pacific, and other minority women in getting mammograms and needed care if they are diagnosed with breast cancer. Navigators walk with the patient every step of the journey, interpreting, finding needed resources, providing logistical support, and being a friend.
They can speak the language, they can relate to the individual, and they know some of the cultural barriers that the individual may face.
The Chronic Disease Self-Management Program helps folks 55 and older who suffer from chronic diseases like heart disease, arthritis, diabetes, and breathing ailments to move forward towards self-sufficiency.
Stomach cancer is a big concern for Korean Americans because it is a health disparity issue that is unrecognized by mainstream American society. So we have to take it upon ourselves to educate Koreans on the importance of getting screened and detecting it. Colorectal cancer is a problem for most Americans, including Korean Americans, but there is a reluctance amongst Korean Americans to talk about it or get screened. With our education and outreach, we are seeing thousands of Korean Americans learning about stomach cancer for the first time and talking to their doctors about it.
A safe and comfortable place to call home is essential in restoring individual dignity.
KWA owns and operates over 200 units of affordable housing across the South Puget Sound. From Federal Way to Roy, from energy-efficient, sustainable senior housing to affordable single-family homes. Here our neighbors find the stability to pursue their goals, whether raising a family or finding purpose in retirement.
I was a victim of domestic violence and I feel trapped. I feel like there's no hope at all.
Domestic violence is a very serious problem for our community because of 1 out of 4 women experience during their lifetime. And for immigrant and refugee, it is more serious because they couldn't get the help because of they are afraid to call the police, to go to the court, and those is impossible for them.
KWA offers hope, safety, and a way out for victims of domestic violence in our communities. KWA assists families and individuals with counseling, education, legal services, and emergency shelter, as well as permanent housing.
The KWA WAF Home helps me a lot. They make me feel at home, like this is my second family, you know. And they gave me resources, emotional, DV support group, counseling. I have somebody to talk to, you know. I feel like I could look forward in my future. And that's KWA WAF Home helps me a lot.
Some of our most dedicated and industrious citizens in Washington State are recent immigrants. KWA's Center for Citizenship and Immigration Services guides immigrants and refugees on the path to citizenship through advocacy, immigration, legal services, and education, with classes in English, Korean, Russian, Cambodian, and Vietnamese. Since 1997, KWA has assisted over 2,200 immigrants become American citizens. KWA also provides translation services in many languages for the special needs of our minority neighbors.
But here in this Pacific Northwest, Korean Women's Association is a pioneer association. So this association really brought us to the sense of how to serving our community and how to serve with our people here.
I always feel that somehow or other your neighbor's life impact your life. You're connected with it, somehow or another. So if my own sister's not doing well, that means I'm not doing well. So that make me keep going.
As the first Korean American mayor of Tacoma, Washington, I urge you to support the Korean Women's Association. You can do so through your financial generosity, by volunteering, or just being part of the organization. The work they do is important to our communities, but we need your help. Please be part of the Korean Women's Association.
The beauty of the Puget Sound would not be complete without the rich tapestry of her beautiful people. Won't you join us at KWA as we work to care for and nurture the individual strands of that tapestry, who are our neighbors, our family? Please support the KWA.